Did you hit it? Okay.
We're live.
Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girls, Montique, Joy, and Callie. We are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta's first part of their reunion, which they're only having two parts, I'm thinking. Um, how did you all want to rate the reunion? Let me put all of this.
Um, I would
Well,
give it a 10. I thought it was a really good reunion.
I did too. I enjoyed it. What about you, Callie?
um, 7, 6, 7.
Oh, I would at least give it an 8, 9. I was laughing my butt off. Joy, did you give it a number?
She said
I
a
don't think
10.
so. A 7 or 8. I thought it was better than most of the season.
Yeah, I did too.
I
Um.
thought it was
Oh,
much
everything we
better.
said is allegedly our opinion, entertainment purposes only. Be sure to subscribe and like and follow us so you'll know when we go live. So I will say that I watch it on Peacock. Was Peacock different than the other or no?
Peacock, it's uncensored on Peacock, so you get to hear all the curse words and things that they
Okay.
leave out on Bravo. You just don't hear it.
I
So
didn't know that.
Peacock,
Good.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
ain't
I
it
tell me.
think
said uncensored.
I'm thinking that's new because that's really the first time I think I've ever watched or I opened it up and it had uncensored
Yeah.
scenes.
So
So
I
that
normally watch on Peacock, so I don't help with the live ratings. I know everybody is caught up in the live ratings because there's a few Instagram and Twitter pages that follow all the live ratings of every show. But and I always watch on Peacock, and I feel like they always compare like Atlanta to maybe Beverly Hills, but I feel like maybe we rather watch it on stream than live. I don't know. I do, but anyway,
I watch mine live. I usually eventually catch up with the live. I usually wait 20 minutes, 20, 25
mhm.
minutes so I can kind of go through some of the commercials, but eventually I end up catching up.
All right, so let me see. Do you want to? Okay, I know this ain't about. Well, I'll show this picture later. So you want to talk about Kenya's lip? So did y'all? Let me pull it up.
Wow.
Um, do you think it's filler or an allergic reaction or what are the people saying?
I have not heard what other people are saying about her mouth at all, but I sure noticed it. I mean, I thought, do they have her lip liner out that big, or why do they get fillers or whatever so close to camera time? I don't know what happened, and I haven't seen anything about it.
But it's crazy because this wasn't the first time this season that it was noticeable. I really wish they would leave their stuff alone because all of these are really beautiful women. Like I
You've seen
know
this before.
I'm not the objection of their mirror. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
really beautiful women. I just really wish they would leave themselves alone. Um, but who looked crazy was Sheree in confessionals at some point.
Yes. So let me share this with a couple of little
Oh,
groups. You know how I do, and then
I was just somebody shared this, which I thought was interesting. Remember when she called Kim duck lips?
yeah, she did call Kim the clip, but Kim's lips and Kenya lip don't look the same. You think
No,
so? Oh, okay. I'm about to
Kim's
say.
lips looked like she had a cold sore on it.
Well, Candace's lips are starting to look like that. I thought it was what do you call it? Lip liner. So y'all think it's more than lip
Candy,
liner?
Candy or Candace?
Candace from Potomac.
Oh, she's getting fillers or something in hers. Because if you go back and look at her, she don't even look like herself. I guess in her mind, maybe she's trying to mature her look because she did
Oh,
little girl. She looks like a little girl. And I don't know why she think that's a bad thing, considering she like 36.
right, honey.
But
Everybody wants to look younger.
yeah, and she's doing things to make herself look older, and in a process, it looks weird, like really weird.
Okay.
girl, and other people are saying stuff like this about Kenya's lips. Hated it. Like it, because I Googled, not Googled, on Twitter or whatever it's called today.
You went and looked for it. See, I
Yeah,
didn't even
just to see.
really.
I actually put in hashtag
I'll be right back.
RHOA reunion and then Kenya's lips.
Oh,
to
okay.
see.
So let me
Yeah,
share this to a couple of groups like I normally do. Hey, Angela, and then I'm going to ask y'all a few questions. Well, before I do that, Joy, let me see if I can find it. You sent us this picture, and I didn't understand it. It ain't got nothing to do with but who is this supposed to be? What is that? Whose hair is that?
Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, I don't know, but they were trying to. That's Martell. They were trying to.
Right, but whose hair is he? I mean, like,
I don't know. I just.
Oh.
I don't know whose hair it is. I just think they were just trying to throw a wig on.
Why?
It was just people just trying to be funny. But I knew this was gonna happen to Sheree. I told y'all about that. She was gonna get all the smoke because Melanie's little gang, what they call themselves, the minions.
What does this have nothing to do with Melody's gang? Sheree made herself look stupid.
I'm not arguing that. Sheree gets a whole new set of smoke, but you are tripping if you don't think her minion. What do they call themselves?
Girl, these are people who watch Atlanta. Even when I'm in the Huntsville groups, they be like, it done went all the way over to Atlanta. They're like shocked that it even got to Atlanta. I don't think it's male people. I think it's people seeing Sheree's pattern. It has nothing to do with, they would do that if it wasn't Martell. People would do this to Sheree.
I actually disagree unless they're just doing a complete flip because let me say this, in my opinion, Sheree has never been likable. Like never.
Oh.
From season 1, I've never been a fan with hers because I was, plus I really like Nene and she was like her opposite.
Right.
On a lot of things. And I didn't like the way that Sheree moved. And I felt like Sheree had an elitist attitude. I still feel like that. But I do think that people that were crazy, when they found out that Sheree was dating Martell, we were talking about Sheree in Huntsville groups. So I know that they were talking about Sheree. And she used to hate. That has always come. Because you don't think that people were laughing at her when she got stood up by a Love After Lockup guy?
Yes. I don't think it was no different.
I think it came with too much smoke.
Honey, how are you mean?
Martell came with a lot of smoke. He came with a lot of drama. And people were coming after her.
Let me change the picture, honey, because I don't know how Callie's me. I'm her. I don't know if we signed in on the same thing. Hold on. I don't know how to change it. Oh, well, I'm not changing it right now.
Had some crazy noticeable. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, all of them did. Okay, so let me get to then I'll try to change this avatar. I don't know how. Okay, let me get to my notes because I took a lot. I feel like this wait a minute.
Can I say something while you figured it out?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm ready though. Whenever.
Something that Kenya did irritated my whole soul.
What?
And that was again, I ain't crazy about either one of these ladies. So I don't have no stake in this. But this irritated me because Kenya does this a lot. Kenya playing victim.
Victim of what? What'd she do?
Okay. I can't remember the exact question, but Andy asked her a question, something to effect of the men she chooses, talking about Sheree. And she said something to the effect of it was something about a pattern of men, and she accused her of picking men that were womanizers. Then when Sheree says something like, but Roy is running around town with a lot of other women. He's not just dating you. Kenya then said, it's called dating. Sheree said, that's what I'm doing. She totally ignored her when she said that.
But Roy is not like
Kenya said, why are you trying to weaponize that against me? And I'm sitting up here saying, that's literally what she's been doing to her.
She's not trying to weaponize with Sheree.
How can you not say
no, that's not what she's trying to do with Sheree.
So it's weaponizing. Listen, so Sheree was weaponizing her by saying that Roy is dating other women, but it's not weaponizing for somebody to tell her about what Martell is doing. But
neither one of them were weaponizing, basically.
My point with Kenya then turned it and made herself as if she's a victim.
I didn't look at her as a victim.
She always
neither did I.
I didn't either. You just don't like Kenya because I didn't even look at
liking Kenya.
You don't like Kenya. You love when people talk bad about Kenya. You enjoy it, like for real. But
Kevin, Angela, do y'all think Kenya was playing victim when they got to talking about Martell and Kenya's friend?
You can't you can't have an opinion if you decide to have an opinion and somebody then has an opinion that you're maybe in a similar situation, and then you try to say, well, why are you trying to weaponize that? You just literally did it to me. We're in a similar situation. We're dating men. None of us are committed in whatever we're doing.
But even with what Roy is doing, I don't know what he's doing, and I don't want him to sue us. I have no idea. But I don't know
what he's doing. I'm just repeating what somebody said. What Sheree said. Sheree said, but he's dating around town.
I don't think it's to the same.
Saw that as weaponizing.
I don't think it's to the same effect as what Martell was doing. And maybe it's because he's not on TV. Could be because we see Martell stuff all the time.
Totally, either you really don't hear me.
I do hear you, Joy. You don't let me finish my sentence. You don't hear me.
Not to me.
You keep interrupting me.
Agree with you.
How about you don't hear me? You keep interrupting me. You don't hear me.
I don't think Sheree was trying to weaponize dating.
He doesn't like to listen. You respond.
You don't listen. One comment be weaponizing.
You wait till I talk and then respond. You do that several times. And then you repeat what we just said, even though we just said it, because you don't listen to us. Sometimes you got to listen to me.
I didn't get any victim anything out of that at all. But we definitely see Kenya's situation.
Hold on. We got some. I don't think Sheree was trying to weaponize dating against Kenya. Sheree was pointing. Right. I feel like it was hypocrisy on both their ends. I don't think it was weaponized.
Was it?
I agree.
It really wasn't. Like Sheree is admitting. Sheree is literally admitting that he was too much. I think that's the part. So she got it. The point was, it wasn't the comment
ain't admitting for her.
Sheree. When Sheree responded, well, Roy is dating a bunch of people too. Kenya's response was, why you weaponizing it? How is it that you can come at me and it's not weaponizing, but I say one single thing and now all of a sudden I'm using something at an advantage for myself for some strange reason.
So this, of all the things that happened, that one little word bothered you the most.
It was
out of everything that happened, everything that happens on this reunion, that's what piqued you the most. Because I feel like Kenya and even Marlo I'm not gonna be able to finish. Lord.
It just happened early.
Oh,
that
Lord.
Was the first 10-15 minutes.
Okay, I'm a hush. I'm on mute. Go ahead.
Well, we don't know enough, in my opinion. We don't know enough about that guy and Kenya's relationship to even discuss it for long term. We only saw him for 2 seconds. We know Martell's history for the past 14 years, basically, with all the kids and the wife and the divorce and coleslawing, and so we know more. So maybe that's why we're not hearing it the same way that that you feel that it's going, Joy. I'm not sure.
No, that's not my issue. But I mean, that's not my issue. But okay, that's fine. We can move on.
We were saying the same thing, but you're not listening to me. And I'm sitting here saying it wasn't weapon. Those the exact words that I said. I was agreeing with you. I just don't agree that she was trying to be a victim. I feel like she used the wrong word, which we often do in life. But I don't think that she was like, "Oh, woe is me. I'm a no, not in that situation." Now she has said before, but in this situation, the only thing I disagreed was the victim part, not the weaponizing part. But you wouldn't let me finish my sentence to kind of clarify what I was saying. Anyway, let's go to I will say, if you hadn't watched it on Peacock, watch it on Peacock. It was really good. What is it when they first came in? Marlo was saying that everybody tries to copy her style. Do y'all think that that's what's going on? I didn't see that.
No. And can I just say that little outfit color especially has been on everybody. It was on Kenya's girlfriend, the one who's not even on the cast. It was on Sanya in her one of her confessionals. She looked like she had just left a prom from 1986. That
Shut
color
up.
and all that excess stuff, it's been everywhere this season. So I don't know what it is.
Well, y'all shocked when Marlo admitted to being on the shot.
No.
Did she look that much smaller? I don't think I look at her.
I didn't notice one thing at all.
Okay.
So
she might smaller to me.
She did.
She might have asked Andy to be sure and mention it. I didn't know
in recent pictures she's been.
On recent pictures she did. Because remember I posted one. She did a video.
One thing I did notice different. She had pink. One thing I did notice different about Marlo on the show, she had pink cheeks. I didn't like that.
Oh.
They were too pink. But anyway.
Well, Martell, so Donita said Martell can date 50 women if he won't, which he will, because he won't. He and Sheree. But I will say this, Sheree liked him more than he liked her. I don't care what none of y'all try to say. I know she knew, because you know how women get in a relationship, like, we just dating, but she secretly wanted him to not be what he was being. And I
believe that.
That is the truth. She had a lot of stock in him. She really likes him. And I know she's saying that she left him, but she ain't left him alone. I don't care what none of y'all say. She still, when he come to Atlanta, he's still sleeping in her bed, if they were ever sleeping together.
Yeah. I mean, and she said that they still hang out. They're cool. She just backed up a little bit. So, yeah, I bet she's still sleeping around with him also. It's just that first of all, she went into this relationship knowing that Martell has a major reputation for whatever good. She heard it all. So the fact that she even attempted to say that they were going to try and hook up as if they were dating was a shock to me. But that talk in the background don't stop. And I think that's why she's saying, you know what, I just had to back up a little bit. She's probably still doing all of her normal stuff with him now.
Donita said it's evident. I mean, if blind Stevie, who's blind? Ray Charles? Is Ray Charles still alive? Maybe not. Whoever. They can see from the way she is. Sheree likes him more than he likes her. I don't care what none of y'all. Okay, you can look at it.
What was Donita saying? Donita says you don't know that.
I don't know that. I think it's evident. You can tell if you're a woman and knowing another woman. You can look at it and tell. It's
about her wanting him kind of more.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else did I have?
She said I really, really liked him. I really did, but I had to back. I think she shows she really wanted that. She's just being smart, but I'm glad she's trying to play it cool and talk the way she needs to talk so that we won't call her a ding dong. She loves him, but he is what he is.
So I have a question. Was this filmed before that trailer came out? With the
I don't know.
Or was it after?
Yeah, I don't know. I never am up on those dates. That's usually a Joy thing, right? Yeah, Sheree definitely wanted exclusivity.
I was asking Joy, was this filmed before? As a woman, what I see is people you do, but even when you're dating, let me say this
was filmed at the end of they actually posted the date. It was like
I know, but was it before the trailer for Huntsville? Is what I was asking.
Girl, who knows about
Normally, you know. So, okay, in dating, nobody ever dates equally. Somebody always gonna want something more than the other. I don't know why this is not commonplace. Someone always gonna maybe fall in a little bit more than the other person. Sheree did that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not dogging Sheree, but it happened. I'm not saying that she didn't know they was dating. That don't mean that she didn't catch feelings, because it happens. That's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't. I
Okay, thank you, Andrew.
No disrespect, not that Sheree isn't on the same caliber as him or that it wasn't possible. I'm just saying I never could see a 41-year-old man who liked hot girls, because he obviously knew he wouldn't have that hot head for a baby mama if he did. To me, it just seemed like Sheree has to be at an age in her life where she's trying to save as much ducats that she can, so she can start traveling and just for no reason. You know what I mean? Spending time with her grandbabies. Like, I don't want to be chasing nobody else's baby mama on the internet talking about what they do or did or could do with my man. That's just, I as a woman that's probably close to her age, it just ain't no way.
I agree, Joy. And I didn't see him seeing her long term. He got 4 little. How many kids he got? 5.
5 as far as we know.
5, and 2 are very little, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not. But I mean, if it's fun, it's fun. I don't care. If you have fun, have fun.
Right, and it's not that I never did. I kept saying neither one of them have ever claimed the other. Other than they're seeing one another. He don't even call her his girlfriend. It was her friend girl. And she always said they were dating. Neither one of them. So it was obvious that they were just having fun. If they were just, if Stella was definitely moved back, I ain't mad at her.
She was definitely
and I ain't mad at him. He's single. And it probably was a little monetary boost, even if it was for a minute, for them both. Both of them are 2 reality stars. They could go on one another's show. I can help you a little. You can help me a little. I mean, I can't even be mad at that. And you might get some nookie in between. I ain't even mad at that.
That's what I think it was. Some people don't even think it was real. Joy, women of particular age. Well, see, I'm gonna say this: it's different looks because Sheree, even though if she was dating, she didn't do it out in the open. You know what I mean? Whereas Martell didn't care to do it out in the open. Like he had his, even when they went to Stormy's little party, he had some little young girl he was with in. Then the lady at the super trailer leaving the room, and then his baby mama claiming that he was eating her groceries. I mean, like, he didn't do it
literally. That,
yeah, Sheree didn't.
And that's not necessarily true, Angela. I do have girlfriends that are recent divorcees who have grown children, which with their husbands. They trying to get their groove back. Like they ain't trying to. I literally had a girlfriend who did a straight up. In the middle of a conversation, we had to have an intervention, said that she is not looking for a new owner, that she's had one since she was 22.
But Sheree really ain't never had no owner.
But she had a husband.
Waited to excel. That's what it was. We was like, girl, who are you? Bernadine?
Well, I will say though, for me being a woman of a particular age, if I tell you guys about somebody I'm dating, I expect that to turn into exclusive, or you will never hear anything about it.
Now that may be true. I agree with that.
You thought Martell thought it was a male friend? No, Sheree is not gonna say I'm out with a male. Now, she was maybe visiting a girlfriend, but I don't think.
That's when she said. That's when he said, "Yeah, I called. She won't even pick up the phone." She did what she needed to do. Well, I don't care how much she cares about him. I was glad to see and hear that conversation from her. She wouldn't gonna show us that she was extra stupid.
All right.
I mean, my point is, it is what it is. It went on as long as it did, but I agree that traditionally you don't bring even Marlo. Traditionally, you just don't bring somebody you just decide to hook up with on a show like that because somebody's going to get smoked. If it's the guy you with or you, somebody gonna get smoked.
And I think that so I feel like when but like I think you're saying when they did the show, it was because of money. I really feel like it was because of money more than it was because of anything else.
And it was either going to be beneficial for them or not.
And I don't think. Do you think it helped either one of them?
It got their name. It was a different conversation. But I don't think I don't think it boosted either person's rating.
Neither do I. And we'll really be able to tell if Sheree is not invited back next season. Then that means any increase in ratings that happened when Martell was on, which I don't believe there were actually, that will be the true answer. Did he help or not? If she doesn't get returned back, he didn't help.
Now that we won't know because it ain't based off live numbers anymore. We don't even know. I would really like to know their real numbers. I wish they would almost stop posting the live numbers if that's not what they be tripping off of, because I have been told by somebody I know who had a reality show that they don't even trip off live.
Yeah.
Not in today's world. That isn't even what are the live numbers? You know, because sometimes you can get 2 or 3 times those numbers streaming because they pick up. I can only imagine what Love and Hip Hop in the last week. People who ain't watched that in 100 years, I guarantee you tuned in this week because it was so much ruckus.
Yep. And then there's other ratings of people like, and I guess this might be streaming too, but overseas, like this show like Hey You or something, they all watch it on that, which I think is a streaming app, and they get even more ratings from them. So it's not just America too.
Yeah.
Oh, D, I'm gonna give you the link in 1 sec, honey. I'm about to let my child leave.
And they have girl, shoot, I forgot what I was.
It's the live 7 numbers, and that includes DVR, right? And streaming, correct? What they're counting.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say that live numbers are what generate advertising dollars stream. You do the advertising on streaming. Peacock has
it depends on what you pay for. I don't pay.
But then you pay the extra.
I pay 99 cents a month. I get commercials.
But your extra that you're paying is what's covering the advertising dollars that you're not watching.
Oh yeah.
So streaming does generate advertising dollars.
And you can't, unlike DVRs, I can't fast forward through commercials on Peacock.
Yeah,
you have to watch
dollars from streaming. And their demo, which is for the advertising, Atlanta's are very high. Their demo is very high, so even off of that, it's good. Their demo beats a lot of people. Anyway, so when Daniel walks out, she's pregnant, and nobody knows. Do they not hang out with her?
They ain't real friends.
That's why I say it kind of made me think, because we knew when she first got pregnant because she announced. How would they I literally remember where she was. That's how I knew she was pregnant. I just didn't know which pregnancy it was at the end.
Right. They were shocked.
Come to think of it, she may have announced she was pregnant twice. It did kind of seem long in retrospect, because I remember her being outside doing this one. That you remember that that phrase with TikTok, dun 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 dun. It's the old.
I don't really. Somebody can do it because I don't know.
It's the phrase where everybody was doing this across the stage. She had announced she was pregnant in that group of text. I can't even think of the name. It was the TikTok thing that everybody was doing because Stormy ended up doing it.
Oh, I'm running the day. Wait a minute.
Yeah. And everybody it was around there.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that she had enough. So when y'all had asked about her pregnant, I was like, I've seen her pregnant. She is pregnant. Yeah. That's why I was so surprised. I was like, no way she had a miscarriage, but she did a joy and just got pregnant immediately. Mm-hmm.
But it was like they were shocked that she was pregnant. So I'm like, are none of them her friends? Like, do none of them follow her on the Instagram? Maybe not.
Or maybe they didn't. Maybe she always covering it. I just can't see her even doing that.
I think that they just don't hang with her.
I saw her on like a Saturday show. You know, they doing a track, running track field. She's on Saturdays. Because I watch the track and field sometime. My husband loves it.
I do too. I watch
it. And she was on there and I was like, yo, she's pregnant. Yeah. That's why I was so
y'all think she's coming back? Y'all think she's coming back next season? I hope not.
I hope not.
Well, I'm going to say this. Tanya is trying to come back. So she did a post, and I should have get it. I didn't get it. I might get it.
What'd she do?
Said, no matter what happens, I love my castmates. And the first picture is her, and then it's 3 pictures, and it's Kenya, Drew, and Candy, right? Not the other girls. Mm-hmm. Then when you go to the second picture, it's got Marlo them. So I'm like, is she trying to suck up to this first little group?
Let me say this, because I've heard the rumors that that allegedly Drew wasn't even in it. It was supposed to be Sheree, Kenya, and Candy, which I think is terrible. And up until last week, remember I kept saying, I think everybody should come back but Drew. I mean, everybody should leave except Drew. That apology that she did, I don't know if it was today or yesterday.
You talking about Drew?
Disturbed me. Yes. That she gave to Candy really ticked me off. And I said,
apology?
I got it.
So,
let me see if I can find it. Is this
while she's looking for it, I'll just tell you. So apparently Drew went on Twitter and asked publicly, could she have a conversation with Candy? And Candy said yes. And all I can hear is Kenya in my head. That's not it. All I can hear is Kenya. That ain't it.
That ain't it either.
Kenya in the background.
Did I not get it?
On Carlos King's.
I'm gonna go find it. I know where it is.
Okay. All I know is I can hear Kenya in the background when she was on Carlos King's interview a couple of weeks ago. She said that they keep hiring fans. There is no reason why Drew Sidora, a housewife holding a peach, needs to go on at the end of a season to apologize to Candy unless Candy's followers are coming at her.
But I'm gonna tell you, she apologized to Kenya too.
What did she
I saw that as
well. For saying that she only paid her a little bit over $10K, or what was it about?
I don't know, but I was really bothered by that because I know that they got each other's numbers. We already know that. They could have even put it in a group text and just them eight seen it. But it just made me think that Drew is more of a fan. And I'm so sick of these grown AZZ women talking about loyalty to each other. It irritates me because like these grown adults sound like these kids in my school. I hear that all day long. I'm like, y'all are like teenagers. They talking about loyalties, and these middle-aged women out here talking about that same thing. Like, have a personality. I don't owe you nothing. Why not just be on the side of right?
So you don't think she should have apologized?
Not publicly. It told me she was more of a fan or was worried about fans because we didn't need to know that.
Yeah, I agree. I was shocked that she apologized. I could have sworn I downloaded it, but maybe some of them didn't go through.
I got it on my phone.
It's coming. There it goes.
There it is.
Yeah. So she said, Candy, I respect you and would hate a small disagreement to hinder our friendship. I appreciate your support of me and my craft, but as a friend, there's a lot that we need to unpack and discuss in order to move forward. All right. And Candy says, and I would love to sit down with you and have the same combo.
Like you could have sit there and I don't like that kind of, it does make it seem like you're concerned. Like, why do I need to know that?
And then
unless you want these people and her 2 million followers not to come after you. That's all I kept thinking is, oh God.
Now I could see maybe why she apologized, and people are commenting. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing like 15,000 things. I don't know if Cal them can put it up, but because Kenya did apologize to Drew on the stage, so maybe Drew went back and apologized to Kenya, just saying, I apologize too. And she was like, you are an icon, you are the moment, which everybody's using that now. Ayan Beauty's now saying she's the moment. But anyway, so maybe that's why she apologized to Kenya. But I don't understand why she apologized to Candy. But even on the stage, after her and Candy got into it, she said, Candy, I want to make sure we're good.
That was something else I thought was weird. And I was like, and then everybody
started laughing.
Everybody was like, obviously, y'all not.
Yeah, that was weird.
Marlo gonna say, this bitch delusional. Sorry, y'all.
Right.
Right. She gonna say she needs to be over on the couch with us because she about to get
literally.
I really want this to work out for Drew. I hope they don't try and just take her down. I don't know if she can handle it or not, but on the show today,
you know what?
They just were so against her. I was kind of concerned.
They also told me that if they left one or two of them, unless they were nemesis, unless they were on the opposite ends and hated each other, it's going to be a problem because the new people are then going to be afraid to go against somebody or they're going to try to team up.
Yeah.
If they left, like for example, if they literally like having Kenya and Candy would be terrible because they're actually friends. They would run it, and that shouldn't happen like that with new girls because everybody's gonna be beneath publicly. They really do just really need to just scrap it and start all over again.
Yeah.
Drew is crazy. Candy called her lying asshole. No man would ever apologize. What she called her, candy coated liar? Is that not worse? I mean,
I thought that was so cute. Who gave her that little sweet?
I thought it was funny.
That is a
I laughed so hard this whole dang on reunion. I don't care what nobody say. This was the funniest thing on reunion to me in the whole.
Oh, I don't know how true this is. I don't know how true this is, but I know Montanique, you mentioned it, or was it Callie? One of y'all mentioned this in the group that you all heard, or there was buzzing that before the reunion they were told that they were thinking about scrapping this show. So these girls came because that's what I thought.
Ready. Yeah, they came ready.
Yeah, that they came to perform today.
And did you hear Candy when Candy said to Sheree, "Who wrote your reads for you this season?"
Yes, honey. Yes. Sheree. Okay, let's talk about Sheree's reads. And
I was so mad at Sheree. I mean, I just okay. Clearly, I am Candy, Team Candy, but they were on Candy, and it made me not enjoy the show today. So I had to watch it 3 more times to see that it was okay.
Okay, so here's the she news of it all.
That was cute.
Joy sent me
with her 1984.
I got these from somebody. So they have another blogger on there, which I don't know why they put their name on this one, but it's okay because it's all over the internet. But
I just sat here and typed up a doggone newsletter.
So when Candy said
Can't put out one shirt.
Wait a minute, for real. Let's scale that. Come on, y'all out there watching, and you all scale that. How Sheree brought on that newsletter. Y'all think that was? Let's give it 1 to 10.
Oh,
yeah, let's rate it.
A rating 1 to 10 on Sheree's newsletter.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, I'll give it a 4. I mean,
I
felt like I was looking at a Word template from 1986. I thought that was the most childish. Andy loved it. Though.
Yes, Callie, I agree.
Andy loved it. I mean, I just thought that was lame as heck.
Yeah, I agree, Callie.
You thought it was lame?
Everybody else, yes.
Yes.
I got my entire life. Okay, and I like Candy.
It was so lame. It was
I was
so
waiting
lame.
on the yearbook pictures to come out.
Wait a minute.
A yearbook template. I mean, Sheree, that was tacky. Go and put your little.
I thought it was cute.
And then this is my thing.
Exactly.
It was some nice shade.
And then this is my thing, Callie. It was so lame because, like, at least Candy's business is here and thriving. Where's like, come on now.
But yeah,
and that's the bold part of it for me, right? Sheree, you shouldn't sit over there and try to talk about nobody's business because you don't even know how to run a business.
Exactly, and you didn't pay, and you did not pay that man for those fashions. Came on
you didn't
with
even
the receipt. It didn't even pay the man.
I got that too. Hold on. I think
I didn't like it.
And what the gag really was, Candy was really tearing Sheree ass up. Really. And Sheree was trying to overtalk her and get loud.
Sheree was trying to do it with her little newly written shade.
So is that why Sheree got up? Because I mean, why did she get up?
She didn't see. They didn't train her the proper way to do that. She attempted to say, "Let me get up and show her how fine I am," but it messed up. So there was a couple steps that were missing in her little strut. Sheree,
do y'all really believe this?
I don't know.
Callie, when we agree, girl.
They're good.
Who is good?
They said Candy was stuttering.
I thought Candy.
No, she didn't. To me, not this season. Because normally she'll stutter and get ready to cry. I didn't hear that get ready to cry voice.
Okay.
Me neither.
That's why I don't believe it's authentic.
No, I just think Candy is just really like tired of them for real.
Yeah, so I want her to come back, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of her. They get rid of her. I wouldn't be surprised if she would be okay.
Carlos said,
what does Carlos know? She ain't checked out of him trying to steal her life story. I bet she ain't checked out of that.
I think he was talking about Kenya, but I mean, I think she could be checked out as well. At some point, it does get boring. They are doing.
I think Kenya is bored. I think Kenya is just bored with the cast.
I think both of them are. I think
they're bored with the cast. I feel like if they had I think this is the thing, and I was talking to my friend about this earlier. I think the thing is with Kenya is like back in the day, like old Atlanta, it's like she at least liked Nene and like phasing them to a certain extent to where it's like, okay, I'll argue with them and I'm willing to make up with them to where you can tell she don't like Sonya. She does not like Marlo. She don't like Courtney. She does not see it for those girls. Like, it's never going to be a reconciliation for those friendships. So it's like when you're on reality TV
get on me. Take that off.
With somebody that you really like, she really don't like those girls. Like, it's not like a little sisterly frenemy thing. Like I said, with Nene and FaZe and them, you know, she really disliked them.
And it's kind of weird that Kenya was quick to apologize to Drew. If you felt bad, I'm sorry I made that comment about you. And then she kind of was a little soft to Sheree when it wasn't about the man. I feel like she is so far removed from everybody. She's like, I don't know who to really try to be friends with. So I'm just going to apologize to the people I do talk to sometimes, which is Sheree and Drew.
I feel like
there's not a lot going on.
I agree. I feel like Kenya was very like,
she was a lot softer than she was
softer. That's why I was like, when Joy was like, the one thing that bothered her was the one thing. Like, Kenya was probably to me the nicest she's ever been at a reunion.
Exactly.
She didn't
quick
really
to apologize.
She was quick. She didn't jump in.
I think she genuinely cares about Drew, though. I think Kenya. I think initially Kenya thought her and Drew were gonna be besties.
Candy was
and it just didn't go like that. And then I think she genuinely cares about Drew. I think and I'll even say this. I think she's literally the only one
that likes Drew. I think so too. Yeah. Because for Sheree, and I want to go back to She News, we'll do that in a minute. But for Sheree to say that the worst picture she ever took was when she looked like Drew.
Who wrote that shade? And that was almost too quick to have been pre-written. I mean, that just came real good.
Sheree just was trying to deflect from them damn shots and surgery she got on her face.
I don't know why she tripping, because she looked way younger in that picture. Like, that was
that was a filtered picture. Yeah,
it was.
And Andy even said that's a compliment. Did y'all?
And it was her line about the nose job. Like, girl, this is not your first nose job. When Candy said that, and Sheree was like, "No, it's not." Kenya was like, Sheree.
"No, wait a minute, Demetrio. That wasn't even the lie. The lie was she had to stand up and say, "Oh, it tickled my soul. I was having breathing problems."
Girl, Joy.
You know what? Like,
she said the exact same thing Dwight said when he got his nose fixed. She didn't
No, she said Kyle said the same thing too.
Like, just say but I mean, Kyle's may have been a little legit, because if you break your nose,
I'm like, Kyle said she got hit in the nose.
She got hit.
Yeah, she broke her nose. Yeah. Like, if I break my nose, I'm getting the nose job. I don't know what to tell you.
First of all, Cal done got her whole face done.
With big noses when they don't.
That is true.
I think no.
So you guys, Angela, did you already have the comment up from Angela? She has to tone it down because Mark is trying to take Brooklyn, and she can't get. Which brings up another point. I mean, that could very well be true.
I had that in there.
But her reading somebody has nothing to do with him taking Brooklyn.
What now?
I said her reading somebody has no weight on him taking Brooklyn.
It's not just reading somebody. I didn't even think about. You know what? I never even thought about
me either, Angela. Because I was kind of like disappointed because she was a little too timid. I like her to go at it, but go ahead, Jordan. I was a little too.
No, I was just gonna say. Actually, that will explain a lot.
Right. That's why she was saying, why are you trying to maybe that's why she used the word weaponized. Yeah.
But what was up with the blank subpoena?
He's using the show against
I think that was really more of a ingest thing, just really to kind of just be funny towards Marlo, because we all know that you can't really serve her a damn subpoena for you.
So what
I think he was in jest.
Twitter or Instagram was that they have tried to serve Marlo 5 times. And she hasn't been home or something like that. I don't know where Joy went. She'll be back. Okay. I want to talk back about the She News and the Tag boutique, which I didn't know has been for 14 years. Yeah. But how can Sheree try to compare those two things? Because one is someone saying, I'm a designer and I design these things.
Yeah.
And then the other is selling clothes.
Yes.
I think she's trying
to compare Candy prices. And like Candy said, girl, you on here selling, she in stuff for hundreds of dollars.
So I mean, I think it's the price that made Sheree feel comfortable, or whoever did it for Sheree to feel comfortable, because Sheen had those same dresses for like what 40-50% less than what Tags had them for. But it still does not compare to the big gap in prices from what you can get on Sheen, as opposed to going to buy it from her half-working website. And she was, you know what? I want that guy that she didn't pay to just come on.
I have that. Did I show it yet, y'all? I can't remember.
What is it that you have?
The guy saying that he did not.
To the housewife reunion clip, Rowan gave me my money back. I spent $2,400 on your stuff, and she gave me $2,000. You ain't give her blank.
I'll say it for
you. Are you gonna say it? She said you ain't got no money. That's why she just reimbursed what I spent because she felt bad. I never got paid labor for my work on the runway pieces that you used, and I did them in 4 days. Also, I was on set altering all of the other clothes because they ain't fit the models right, and he didn't get his day rate pay for that either. So why are all these people knowing that Sheree don't pay? She don't pay. I think what Kenya said. Why do they?
Because they be clout chasing. A lot of them be clout chasing.
Right.
There ain't no way I would help her.
Especially like the party planner. I mean, because that baby he set up was that baby shower was nice. So whether she paid him or not, other people may see him and call him as a result of that. With that little perm he had, I would have hired him too.
Oh my God.
And his outfit, I mean, and then the party itself was nice. But he was
got no ring light, so I'm gonna have to be on here with no ring light, y'all.
What I was gonna say, can we talk about when Kenya called Marlo Mrs. Roper from
I have that too, y'all.
I said that. I immediately said that.
You did.
I said, you look like Miss Roper. I even sent pictures of y'all of Miss Roper.
Yes. Okay, here it is.
Okay, do y'all have a private group chat without me? I can't stand y'all.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That's right.
That's the one you sent me, right?
Miss Roper could never wear them heels, but that's definitely her robe.
Now, y'all, she didn't wear heels.
You are so funny, Callie.
Yeah, she couldn't wear heels, but that robe is on point.
I thought you was
it just looks like she's.
I'm just in one with you and Joy.
Oh, okay. Exactly, Callie. Networking,
right?
But still, this man, we didn't see him. So
and Marlo's dress was ugly as fuck. Like it looks even horrible.
It looks
even horrible.
For a bedroom. That's something you wear when you are pregnant.
Why haven't any of these people sued
That's
her?
Something you wear when you're pregnant, or you hide in a gut or something. Marlo don't. I'm surprised because she walks around naked most of the time.
Yeah, that outfit was just even worse. Sitting down on the reunion thing, it looked like a gown. I mean, not a gown, but a blanket. A bidor blanket.
Wait a minute.
It looked like Pampered by Portia sheets mixed with the Bedazzler.
Stop, Callie.
My shirt is ugly. I'm getting off this camera so I change my shirt.
What y'all think about when Drew threw that peach across the room?
The plum. No, she threw it.
Lame.
Did it though? Andy was.
No, I ain't talking about just that. Like Marlo's response was.
Don't be doing stuff over here.
Right. Yeah, Marlo got her nerve. She just, I think 5 seconds before that, weren't we just talking about her slamming the door on somebody? And then here, bitch, now you get
She changed her image around real quick, didn't she? Though
has losses she does.
Even more.
I mean, the first half of this season, she was insufferable. She was not.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't stand her. The second half, for whatever reason, something must have clicked.
Who are we talking about?
Marlo.
Because like every week I was tweeting, this girl is not well enough for this platform.
Yeah.
To not really talking about her at all.
It's like the second half they brought on Scotch Brite, and I guess Kenya called him that because you know how you use some Brite to clean up something to kind of clean up her image. So they bought Scotch Brite to try to clean up her image. But even at the reunion, I say Marlo was Kenya was subdued, so was Marlo. Marlo didn't act like her normal self at that reunion.
You're right.
I didn't notice anything different about her.
Sheree to me was turned up and the most.
Sheree was trying to keep her. But listen, though, I mean, Sheree, I agree with her first chair, but I think Candy should have had the first chair. I mean, because they was on Candy the entire show. Maybe Drew the second, but Sheree was turned up. I think she was just trying to keep.
Yeah, the first at least 20-30 minutes, it was Candy.
Yeah. Well, I think they put Candy on the end to let her know that to keep her furthest away that you on the chopping block.
But she was on the end last season.
Andy's like Dr. Jackie. She make them too much money.
What do you think about that comment that Marlo made?
I mean,
she said,
go ahead.
When she said, those pretty broke girls over there. I'm thinking, did y'all pay attention to that comment?
So this is what happened.
I think they were saying that they were projecting it on me.
I didn't get that comment.
No, so I went and watched it twice, so we can all say what we thought. This is what I thought. They three were taking a selfie. It was Sheree, Marlo, and Sonya. You know what's so bad is you don't even remember her name. She ain't coming back. So, and they took a picture, and Sheree said, and Marlo and Sheree was like, we need to caption this picture, the broke crew, who needs to get
is that what happened?
So it was about them and the caption on
it was about them. Yeah, I didn't see it as them saying that they were broke.
Jealous.
They were saying that that's what they were trying to project on them.
Yeah. So we
something else that would work is if they did decide to keep some of the original cast, they would be friends and not peach holders.
And I'd be okay with that.
I would too.
I don't think they got a whole new cast and two other people.
I don't think they can do the New York thing because to me the New York thing ain't even working. The reboot. I know people trying to say it is, but I tried to watch it and it was horrible.
I tried to watch it.
They should have kept Countess Luann and Sonya or with some of those girls.
I feel like they could at least kept Leah.
Let me ask you
this. She fits those women's age ranges because the only old one. I mean, that's to you. I like Leah, so I don't know.
Leah's horrible. No, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Because if it was, yes,
about New York, what is horrible about it? Is it that they started drama that you understand? Is it because the girls don't
it's a
feel
breath
like
of fresh air to me?
Chemistry, like tell me.
Yes, I feel like because it's not like it's their first season, we're getting to know them. Like I love when the housewife doesn't get too deep. It's like stupid petty drama that really is ignorant. You know, it's not deep. Like it's lighthearted drama. It's not too much. They give good commentary because I love Brienne's commentary, even though I don't really care for her like that. So, I have people that I don't like and I have people that I do like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a well-balanced cast. Like I said, with petty, stupid drama, like arguing over charcuterie.
Do you see it getting better over time? Or
I do think so. Like, when I watched the mid-season trailer, it looked like it was going to just amp up just a little bit. Like, Uber snatching those shades off of Aaron's face. I was like,
yeah, that's the only moment that may have been iconic. The one thing that I saw, these people was arguing because this lady went out 2 days earlier, which people feel like that was an iconic move for a housewife to go. That's why I feel like, and I'm not racist, but I feel like the white girls get way more props for doing less. Okay, she went and left 2 days earlier, and they're talking about that's iconic. That is nothing. You know what I mean?
I feel like
what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
So they had a cash trip. She went 2 days earlier so she could have some stress, so she could be stressed.
No, I feel like they're saying it's iconic because of who it is, because it's Jenna Lyons, not because it's okay. But when you're Jenna Lyons, that is kind of an iconic.
Well, who is Jenna Lyons? Who is she?
Jay Cruz. Jay Cruz.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
Jay Cruz. Okay, so she's the one that helped dress Michelle
what
Obama.
Else did they do? And they was like, "Oh my God, she did this," and I'm like, "It's nothing."
But again, though, it is Jenna Lyons, so it's just harder. Like if you're not like a fashion person or like in that, or you're not interested in that type of world, somebody like Jenna Lyons would be irrelevant to you.
It's not even about who she is. I don't care who you are. Beyonce.
But that's why it's. But I'm saying Lord, that's why it's.
He's saying that's why it's iconic.
Why is everybody cutting me off today? Am I not here?
Okay. I'm saying that.
Let the record reflect it's not joy.
Yes, I mean, like I didn't even get to finish none of my sentences, but okay, y'all could.
So
go ahead,
go ahead, Monty.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Though. Like, whatever. I mean, I'm just saying that's why people feel like it's iconic because it's her. Because if one of those other girls did that, they wouldn't be saying that about them.
So here's why I don't like it. well, first of all, I don't know them. So when I'm sitting down, I want to get to know them and maybe understand why they're on the show. I've watched 3 episodes, and the only thing I can remember is the girl that kept talking about how she wasn't raised rich. She comes from a very bad background, and it came off like I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, I was like, well, I don't know. Do we need?
I mean, but she's the only one because everybody else on there lived a decent life.
She said, I went to buy this purse so that I would have something that looked expensive. And I thought, what? Leave. I don't understand why you're here. I couldn't watch it.
They got a regular girl on there. I might watch it.
Brand is
y'all
regular.
Know what?
Why is
Nene was a regular girl when they started.
Well, most of the housewives were kind of regular girls and then came up.
No, I don't think Kim would have been considered a regular girl. She was literally getting $90,000 cars on the first episode from her married boyfriend.
Well, but that she was a regular girl that couldn't get her
own. That's a regular girl with a beeper boy. Come on now.
I'm just saying. I didn't think she was a regular girl.
Yeah, but none of those girls on the show are regular girls.
John was real rich.
Yeah, Bethany was a regular girl.
She was real rich.
Yes. Bethany, that's a great example. She had $3,500 when she started.
Oh, right.
So
she was a regular girl.
And then another thing, when I tried to watch the first show, it was a whole bunch of crying kids. And I'm sitting here like, I don't want to hear kids crying. It's just not for me.
They are getting on. I actually do watch it, but
what are you talking about?
That was New York. Remember?
New York.
Oh.
There was.
They are getting on my nerves though, because I feel we are. I'm sorry.
Okay. Because I don't like the girls. Yeah,
I was just gonna say they are kind of getting on my nerves just a little bit, and I do watch it every Sunday after Atlanta. They are getting on my nerves just a little bit because I feel like they're Denise Richards sing Jenna Lyons, and that's like irritating. But Jenna Lyons do lie a lot, so that's irritating too. Because girl, just say you left 2 days earlier because you didn't want to fly coach with them.
Coach, right?
You're not a coach type of bitch. You're Jenna Lyons. Like it's nothing wrong with that. But yes, back to Atlanta.
They fly them coach or something?
Yeah, they flew in coach, and she left 2 days earlier because she didn't want to fly coach.
Out the country?
Anguilla?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the clips, and I can't for the life of me understand.
And when they confronted her about it and said that to her, she lied, like she didn't say that she didn't want to fly coach, and then production literally rolled the cameras back of her saying, I don't want to fly coach. Like, girl, just...
They activated my anxiety. I couldn't do it. I tried. I'm with you. I tried. And then I realized I didn't even give it 10 minutes. Right. I tried again. Then I said no. Anyway, let's get back to Atlanta.
And you did try for me, Montanique, so I think
I did try, and it was only for you. Okay.
Back to Atlanta.
Okay, back to Atlanta. Oh Lord, I gotta find out when. Okay, I will say this: Sanya's baby's gonna be a Capricorn, and we're gonna like the baby because I'm a Capricorn. Okay, I'm moving on.
December is Capricorn.
December 25th. Yeah. I'm 29th, and Joy's January 1st, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're Capricorns. Okay.
Are we up to Courtney yet?
No.
I don't even want to talk about that.
I guess we don't have to.
Duplicity.
We ain't gonna talk about Kenya's in this subpoena.
Oh yeah,
we
did. We did. We could talk a little bit more.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yes, Joy. That's how I say you don't listen to us. Joy don't be listening. It's all right. We talked about the subpoena. We feel like it was just a little stunt for her to be funny. She can't serve them. She tried to serve her 5 times and it didn't work. This is supposedly the real subpoena. Don't know if it's real or not, and you can't even see it really, but it has Marlo's name on it. She was supposed to be there like August 24th. Don't know.
They said that's not real because they wouldn't have her initials at the time.
Wouldn't have who initials?
They wouldn't have Kenya's initials. You can't be initials suing somebody.
It looks like they might have the signature blanked out in orange.
Yeah, they're saying that you can't legally do that, and that's how you're legally known.
I've never been subpoenaed, thank you, Jesus. But I received subpoenas at work, and I've never paid attention to that part. But but anyway,
no, you just have to put in your legal name.
Like KSM or more, and she has KSM.
I mean, she wouldn't have even had to say Summer. She just Kenya Moore, or even it had to be something. It could be K Moore.
Yeah,
but something should be identifiable, because if you're looking
but
at that,
her name is down somewhere. I looked. I don't think I have it all.
Yeah. I'm just saying there are people saying
at the very top. I don't know. That could be true, but we shall see, because they should have been to court by now, right?
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Y'all didn't something else that irritated me. How did Kenya accused Marlo of calling her husband on the phone?
I mean, she said it was in the phone record,
that was just swiped over like nothing. Like it wasn't. I thought that was crazy.
And then Marlo admitted she talked to Ralph too. So Marlo is just talking to all the husbands.
That's crazy.
And we shouldn't be that surprised, y'all. We shouldn't. I mean, come on.
But you know, Drew,
by talking to other people's men.
As far as Ralph is concerned, Drew gave Ralph Marlowe's number. He confronted her on the show.
But they
according to Marlo.
But that's to confront. So after we confront, do we still communicate on a regular?
Do you think he's giving her dirt on her?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm talking about Marlo. Do you think Ralph has been giving dirt?
Yes.
Yes. And you remember that Marlo. I don't know.
And it's really sad to comfortably think that. And I think that Drew feels that way about Ralph, especially with Courtney. But yes, you're getting it from my husband. That's sad to me.
So
Drew said Drew said she just met Ralph yesterday. I don't know why she playing.
So do y'all remember on the after show when Kenya was saying that she was upset because they were on a trip? This is one she didn't take Brooklyn, or Brooklyn was coming later. I don't know. And she didn't get picked up from school. And Marlo went and Kenya was venting. And Marlo went to the person who she thought Kenya was venting about and told everything that Kenya said about her on the thing, knowing that it wasn't the right person. So Marlo seeked that person out to try to say everything that Kenya was saying about her. So she tries to cause confusion in these women's lives.
Yeah.
Marlo is dirty.
Yeah. Yes, she is.
Dirty. I don't like it.
What's that comment right there? Candy is going to be a mom?
I don't think so. Maybe that was a misprint.
Okay,
let's talk. Y'all want to talk about Courtney? This is gone to it.
Yes, because listen, I really think that this was Courtney's opportunity to say about that whole adoption thing. Drew, you're right. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I should have just left it alone and be done. But what did she do instead?
Oh,
I knew. I knew the recording was going, and I still repeated it 3 times. I'm like, Courtney, come on. Some people like you. I ain't one of them. But some people like you and want you on here. You hurting yourself by saying stuff like that to me.
Yeah, and then my whole thing is about the adoption situation. They were talking about that season 1, like before divorce was even anything. Like before all this stuff even went on, like that was an initial one of Drew's storyline from like her first season. So how are you gonna say that she was trying to get him to adopt him so she can go live her gay life? Like, girl, no. Like before we heard anything about Drew being a lesbian, they were talking about adopting that boy.
And that little boy has Ralph's last name. Y'all know that, right? His last name is Pittman. So Ralph gave the little boy his last name. Drew has kids by Ralph. If she needed money from Ralph, she already got kids. Just having one more ain't gonna help that much. So I don't understand.
I said, what is gonna add? $25?
Okay.
I don't understand why they allowed this. And I know people were mad at Candy. And I was very disappointed in Candy for a lot. And I know y'all say she let everybody come on there, but Courtney should not have been on that show. Speak on it. She just. I
feel like that's what the apology was for. Or I guess the conversing back and forth. Maybe that's what Candy and Drew were speaking about, the speak on it situation, and maybe that's what
I was trying to find where Drew tweeted about to Courtney. I can't find it.
Yeah, I remember that. How can you?
Yeah, she went off on
me. She did go off of Courtney, but it's easy for me to believe that Ralph said all kind of bad things to her, because why else is Courtney so against Ralph? I mean, if you just met your cousin and this is his wife. How are you so against her this early? You don't know nothing about these people. So it absolutely came from Ralph.
Yeah. And do y'all think he went to the press? Do y'all think Ralph is really the one who went to the press?
Yes.
Story about that girl.
The whole tie thing.
He did. He made sure that they was on Bravo too when he did it. It leaked when they was doing them confessionals. Ralph knows what he is doing. And then didn't you say who sent that Courtney used to live in Tampa? Was that you, Joy?
Yeah, it's on TikTok. It's on TikTok. You can literally go to TikTok. Courtney lives in Tampa or something.
Because it does give off the vibes that they are screwing.
Yeah, like, in an interview, like she doing press, y'all.
She said we
going hard though. That ain't nothing but Ralph talking.
She said they are fast and furious cousins. Who the hell says that?
She said they are. Yeah, so she said Ralph is married to her uncle's sister?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And Andy was like, girl, that don't really make y'all.
Andy was like, huh?
I was going to say, in Andy's world, that's marriable.
Okay.
Andy was like, that is so far removed.
Right.
Like,
y'all don't share blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Like they like maybe fourth or fifth cousins on down the line in the family, the great aunt and the other.
If you got a common relative, you related. That's how.
Yes.
You got a common. They don't have a common blood relative.
I mean, they really don't. She just went so hard on the roof for no reason.
And while my first cousin's husband has no blood of mine.
It's like Courtney, girl. It's like, girl, bye. You are tired and through. You are so disgusting, duplicitous son of a bitch.
Some people really want her to come back.
I feel like the only reason I would say I would want Courtney to come back is if they keep Drew, because that's a storyline. That's a feud that I would actually like to see.
Girl, I don't want to see her. I don't want to see. After she talked about that lady's children, I don't want to see that feud because.
And what she said, I was so glad Andy opened his mouth, because when she said that, I wasn't talking about your son. I was talking about adoption. It took me right back to Wanda. Mama Wanda saying I wasn't talking about the kid. I was talking about the DNA report. Hey, that's the kid, right? I know that, Joy. I think at once you were saying that's not the same thing. Is that right?
She changed her mind when she heard Martell say it, so we don't have to get into that.
No, it was when he actually. No, he made a good point. I just think that they really did make a good point when Martell did say, when I said something about your kid, it was really a perfect example. It was a perfect example of that situation, and I had to apologize to your son, and he was like, "Oh." Now, he wasn't talking about him. He literally said that the man had 20 girlfriends and he apologizing because your son hurt. So I got what he was saying.
But Joe, I
said, okay, that makes sense. So it wasn't that.
So we had to get all the way to that point before you understand.
Y'all just didn't offer me.
There's some other.
I said that, Joy. I said that before Martell said it.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
No,
she would not back down. Andy is like, you did talk about him, though. She was like, she wouldn't stop. So is it that hard when a kid is involved? Is it that hard to just shut up and say, you're right, I'm tripping. Let me go ahead and call you a bitch to talk about your lace front or something else, but let me get off the kid. You're right, I apologize. It seems to me like when a kid is involved, that needs to be the easiest thing to do, is catch how quick you tripping or stop the minute somebody brings it up.
Right.
We don't like nobody coming at our kids. At least I don't.
And especially when it's going through this divorce, their houses they still stand in the same house. Could you stand?
I saw that in videos.
No.
On the first day, I knew I did. On the first day of school, Drew posted pictures of her children getting on the school bus at the door, and Ralph was in the door.
Could you live with Ralph? Could you live with Ralph still now?
I would, because I still want some sex every now and then.
He might not have a legal choice.
I'm just gonna leave the room.
What, Kelly?
It might not be a legal choice.
Come back, Kelly.
Unless he was physically hurting her. If that's his address, that's his address. She would have to serve him and either give him money. It's conditions to that. Trust me, I got a relative
especially if the
right
house,
now.
Especially if the house is in both of their names.
Filed for his divorce from him. She could. He stayed there. He stayed there for a long time.
Yeah,
And
he did.
I'm sure his name is on the house.
He
Like,
did.
they had
Remember,
been
he
in
did
court a
everything
few
without
times.
her. Remember? Do y'all not
Yeah.
remember that when he did everything without her for the
But
house?
that's kind of still don't make a difference because he bought it.
She may be on the deed or
Courtney
something.
definitely wants Ralph.
Yeah.
She's like a dog in heat.
Yeah, oh, wait a minute. I wanted to say, Demetrio, your scenario that you had with them coming back together. I said that girl been at home praying for that. But like every night.
What you
Since
mean?
all this, that's what she wants.
What?
Courtney came on here. She really wants a peach. And that would be the best case scenario that they just kept her and Drew.
Oh, yeah.
So
Definitely.
she can fight it out. That's what she's been dreaming about. You can tell because she's so confident in what she says. She act like she on the side of right. That's what's crazy.
I mean,
social justice, honey.
When you watch the reunion back, when Andy says her name, look how excited she gets to talk. I mean, like she's like, "No, Andy," and she does with the hands. And I'm surprised Sonya went like, "Can you move it?" Because she's very handsy. But she was talking real fast, like she was so excited to be on that stage, y'all. So excited.
What is she doing for Marlo to help Marlo drop her charges, get expelled off her report?
How is Phaedra gonna help? Y'all know Phaedra didn't even help Sheree with Bob. How is
what can Courtney help with? Because Courtney I thought was in marketing.
So I don't know. I know that you can. All you have to do is file the paperwork.
And Marlo can't do that herself or her assistant.
She can, but an attorney.
Not at the graduation.
You can use an attorney to do it for you. That's not uncommon.
But we talking about what Courtney gonna do. We understand maybe Phaedra.
Yeah, what is her profession?
Right.
She was in March. She has a jewelry line now. She was in marketing with
clip line.
Then she has some digital. So marketing and jewelry is the last things I've heard. I think it was marketing when she was with Simon Gubadia.
And child, that baby daddy she need to be quiet.
Who is it?
And now talk about intimacy, okay?
Nice.
Courtney's baby daddy?
Yeah.
Right? Oh, the guy from
with Twice.
Yeah.
I don't understand why she was even on the show. I really think she thought she was gonna get a peach and she did not.
I mean, but do y'all think she won't come back? I mean, because I don't like her. A lot of people don't, but there were a lot of people that heavily supported her somehow.
I'm not gonna lie. Manetta got on my nerves.
At the reunion or the whole time. Manetta didn't know how to fight because when Sheree
that's my whole issue with her.
Because when Sheree was like, you need to, when Sheree was like, no, I didn't really see it, but I said it. Then she just said, so you lied. I mean, that's all you have to say. So you're a liar. You lied. It ain't about keeping the peace. If you didn't have nothing to say and you didn't see it, don't say nothing.
Right.
So, that was gaslighting her. And Manetta didn't know how to defend herself in this situation that should have been easy. So, I don't know. And did y'all like her little church outfit? Do y'all think it was a church outfit?
The what?
The definitely Sunday's best, honey.
Is that we talking about the outfit at the reunion? No, in fact, to defend, Sheree didn't want to serve Bob with a warrant where he would have to pay every penny he owed. Oh.
Why would she want money from Bob?
As long as she's been waiting.
But yes, Manetta does not know how to fight. She reminds me of Sutton her first couple of seasons, like with the not knowing how to fight and just like, girl, why did you let Sheree of all people tear you up?
And then
we're definitely not getting back on Sutton.
She
knows how to fight. Y'all just forget she tried and lost, and that's when she would start crying.
No, Sutton just didn't know how to fight. Like,
we're not talking about Sutton right now. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying Sutton didn't know how to fight. Like, Sutton has done a lot better in the recent years, but that Erica shit, Sutton was a horrible fighter. Like, she's just horrible.
Well,
and
you would think somebody that's horrible.
Okay, so then she didn't know how to fight Courtney.
It's just some people that just don't know how to argue. It's just some people that just don't.
Okay. Anyway,
let the record reflect that it was.
I hit mute because I'm not talking about Sutton right now. So yeah, okay.
I wasn't either. I was just relating the two. They don't know how to fight.
Okay. So
they don't.
So she shouldn't start trouble.
So then,
what does that have to do with her not knowing how to fight?
Okay, I'm muting.
Because if she doesn't know how to fight, she shouldn't start trouble. She needs to shut those little bony legs up.
All right.
So Manetta don't know how to fight either.
I'm done.
That's good. I didn't say she did.
I'm done because y'all didn't.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Okay.
All right. So anyway,
we can bring him back. We can shut up.
No, I'm gonna bring him back, but it's gonna be when we move on to something else. Cause I'm tired of y'all.
I don't want to make you mad and we hang up.
You know what I'm just over it. Like I'm moderating this. Listen to me. I know you want, and then when we get off, y'all can argue. But we doing freaking Atlanta.
To Mama right now. Okay.
Woo, child. Okay.
Anyway. That was not how you getting that. That was not my fault.
Are you gonna keep on?
No, I'm just saying that was not my fault. I was just relating two situations.
But we're done. You don't have to get the last word though, baby. It's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. We can move on. Dee,
right.
Sorry.
Woo, child.
Sorry, we can argue later. That's why she cut us off. See, the people in the audience don't know that Dee and I know you guys think I'm shy and quiet, but listen, last week Dee and I had about a 30-minute fight.
We're losing people because of y'all right now. We've done lost 2 people. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm watching the numbers go down because y'all doing this.
Go ahead, Tick Tick.
All right.
She's blaming all the low numbers on us. Marlo, you need to really quit.
They went down. We lost 2 people with y'all. I'm watching the numbers. They y'all great.
I shouldn't have even brought Sudden up. I am sorry.
You
I should
not.
Somebody else. I should have just
bring up whoever you want to. Just know if you say
apology accepted.
I should have just said Gina from OC. Like
I don't want. Yeah.
Anyway, just come on.
All right. I forgot what I was talking about.
See.
I done lost it.
I was talking about I had brought up Moneta not knowing how to fight and how she let Sheree eat her up. That's what I had said.
And she let Courtney too, because Courtney was like, Courtney had admitted already that she called Drew a B. And then at the reunion, she changed it and said that she didn't call her a B. She was imitating somebody else. I can't remember.
What Drew said about what Latoya was saying about Drew.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen that too.
And I got it right there. Moneta didn't fight right. I was like,
because I would have been like, Ken, you a lying ass bitch. Like,
right.
I mean, that is possible though, but I would have liked to know what context. Like, if you're imitating what somebody said, you're just repeating an argument that already happened. So I could see how it could sincerely been that situation.
But that's not what she told Drew's sister at the past final.
What did she tell her? I can't remember.
She told her sister, "Yes, I called her a B."
Yeah.
She said that to Drew's sister, so we know she's lying. Now she's changing the story again. Now maybe Moneta didn't know that, but don't they watch the show before they go to the reunion?
I think so. They should. If I'm not mistaken,
well,
they do.
Obviously, she didn't watch the very end.
Yeah, she couldn't watch
because she said you didn't know that the cameras weren't rolling. And I'm not surprised they let that in because they let what Courtney said in. They don't normally do that.
Yeah. I think they shouldn't have let all the bad body comments about Drew in. I feel like production was bullying Drew a lot, and that makes me
did they talk about that already? I saw it in the preview.
They brought it up. They brought it up.
What? How quickly was that?
They did because they talked about liposuction.
I was gonna say because another comment, when Andy be reading the comments, somebody tweeted that or whatever, and I remember because do y'all remember Kenya and Drew was like, "Who was that? Who said that?" They was like, "Yes, that was a read."
Yeah. Well, the comment was, "Why you always talking about somebody's bad body when everybody can't afford to pay for it themselves?"
Yeah,
like you.
basically. Yeah. And it was like, that's a read, honey.
What I felt like what was a read was when Sheree said big face, little face, talking about when her face was fat and then it got smaller. And then Candy said the only big faces you should be worried about is what's on money. And I was like, that's a read.
There was a read. There was a read, T. There was a read, honey. I ain't even realize she said that.
That was so good. You didn't, honey.
That's why I say Candy was really tearing Sheree up, but Sheree was like being loud and getting up, so it makes it seem like Sheree won the argument. But if you really was listening to the exchanges and what was being said back and forth, Candy tore her up. Period.
Candy was getting her in there, but
she was like getting raw. Like
Sheree was.
Right, she was,
and Candy was speaking facts. So there's a difference when you just spewing out bullshit. Like facts will always prevail, honey. To me.
Then another thing when Sheree was printed all that stuff out, and Candy told her, "You need to start printing more fashions."
Yes, that was a read, honey. That was a read.
People, that's all over Twitter.
That was so good.
Like I said, I just feel like
Angela
because Sheree was
said-
getting up. I'm sorry, go Kelly.
Angela said Carlos is producing that show indirectly, and it shows. I agree 100%.
I mean, but do y'all really think so?
Yeah.
Because I watched the trailer to Love and Marriage Huntsville, and that trailer was everything.
Everything. Okay, we need to talk about that before we leave.
Oh no!
Yeah, we got some good TV coming. Do any of y'all watch Love and Marriage Detroit?
No.
I mean, I watched the clips, but they're annoying.
Oh, they had their part one of their reunion this last weekend.
Yeah, they're annoying. One of the husbands is gay and needs to come out.
He is not gay.
Yes,
he's
just friends with the producer.
I think he's trying to be more so.
And his mentor.
When I watch Anthony, I think he's trying to be more so.
Well, I can't stand Marceau. I cannot stand.
I think Marceau, it looks more authentic. He's trying to be in all the mix, is what I mean. So Marceau's doesn't always come off.
Girl, Anthony is gay. Stop it.
He's not gay. He don't act gay.
I saw some clips, and ain't nothing wrong with being gay. So if
I'm gay, so of course, you know I'm just saying.
I don't see him as gay.
I'm being funny, but he's very
feminine.
Feminine, yeah, and theatrical.
I don't think he's feminine. He's feminine acting. And what I mean by that is that he's in women's business. That's what it is. And he's worse than Peter. You never thought Peter was but he gives across masculine energy.
Yeah,
he just was messy.
You never questioned his sexuality. And with all the mess that he was in, this dude is in it emotionally in a way that seems like he's thirsty, like he wants to be the star. But I noticed that he sat the furthest away during the reunion.
Yeah. They were talking about the way he was sitting, Joy. They said the way he was sitting was feminine. Now, was it to you? I didn't know.
I didn't notice it either.
Okay.
But his ways and how he acted and carried,
his mannerism was feminine. So you don't.
I don't think his mannerisms were. I really do think it was because I never associated it with him being gay.
Wait, hold on, y'all. Are we done talking about Atlanta?
Being messy.
I said, are we done talking about Atlanta so she can end the live?
No, I don't think so. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna talk about some. Did we say candy coated lies? These are some of the things I thought was good. The fact that Sheree still ain't paid Drew for them balloons, and Andy said he would pay for her.
They just be shading.
Yeah, funny.
I love Angie.
Oh, something that I thought was funny too was when Drew was like when bringing up Candy not believing her sister having a mental illness, and Candy was like, "Well, it's because you have told lies in the past." And Drew was like, "Where's the lie? Where's the lie?" And then
they still can't tell her what she lied about. I'm waiting on that too.
They played two of it on the show, two of it tonight.
But I even think that was used out of context because I don't believe she just straight out said I never kissed a girl. She said I think it was something like I never said I didn't kiss a girl. It was something that she said before that. Because I think
Marlo, Sonya,
but all that show us, I never said I kissed the girl. I never said that I didn't. I kissed the girl. Say I didn't kiss a girl. It was something like that.
I don't know what Drew's lied about, but nobody believes Drew. But they said she came on the show lying, and so
that was so bad. I mean, and it might be true, but just say you sitting there in the first chair and lie comes up and you say, "What did I lie about?" And everybody says, "Oh, you lie." And the way the camera went,
something they don't want to get out. Right?
Yes, it's like they went to each person. Callie,
I know. I hate
Kenya do it too. Yeah. I don't remember Kenya. I know everybody else did.
Everybody else did it, and she was just looking like. So she looked defeated in that moment. I didn't want to see that, but okay. I want to see her.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm glad we didn't just end the live because what the hell did Sonya talking about? Drew, you lied on me last season about what?
What? That's what I want.
I'm so sick of her. Oh, I'm so sick of her.
What was that about?
I don't even see your face, and I felt your face when you said.
Hold on, Drew will be back next season. Ty will be on the show next season. No, I don't think Drew would want to be filmed with Ty because she's trying to.
She would be really uncomfortable.
Because she even said, because Marietta was like, well, Drew, you did say Ty was your crush. And she was like, I was just kidding. So Drew does not want this look.
Joy, like
right. I felt it. I knew it. I knew your face when you said that.
Like, goodness, I just cannot stand Sonya. Like,
and it's like Sonya seems like a really nice girl. Like, if I had a girl that was chill, she would be number one. But she just doesn't make good TV. And then where she tries to insert herself sometimes doesn't make sense.
It does not. But
because what did Drew lie on you about, Sonya? What you made up that beef with Drew? Like, stop trying to make
I don't know. They didn't let her go into it. But Sonya, however you say her name, she put after, is it B. Scott? Put out that they were being revamped, and then somebody said it was just going to be Kenya, Sheree.
Yes.
She said, Sanya put out, let's not do the facts until we know the real story. And then,
but it's like Bravo said the girl.
And under the comments, though, they were like, what you talking about? We don't want you no way. Like, they were
so bad.
Because, like, girl, you ain't coming back. And then you're pregnant, God help us. In the words of Satan, like
somebody in the comments was like, "Why y'all been so mean to her?" It was breaking my heart.
It was so funny.
Cause like God, like I said, then Sonya's pregnant too. Then it ain't hell. Even Teddy was a little bit interesting when she was pregnant, even though I cannot stand that hoe. She was at least a little interesting in she was at least keeping some drama going. Sonya is just boring. She's just no.
Like, are they going to be nice to her the entire reunion because she's pregnant?
That's probably so. That's probably so because I feel like Candy wanted to gather Sonya too.
But she didn't. A lot of people didn't gather her like they should have.
Another one that should have gathered.
So we're not gonna talk about Drew saying you unreliable bitch.
You unverifiable.
Yeah, that's unverifiable.
I believe Drew wanted to whoop Courtney ass.
Oh, I think so too.
Oh, the way when she was talking to Courtney, you know how you talk to somebody like you got one more time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was that you got one more MFing time, bitch. Oh, I tried not to cuss, and I did. To F with me.
Well, I said for you got one more motherfucking time, ho.
To F with me. Go ahead, keep on.
You got one more motherfucking time, ho, to fuck with me, and I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's right. There you go, D.
That's all but what she said.
In so many words, Joy,
that's that BD energy I needed. Yes.
That's exactly what she was getting. Like, bitch, you talking about my child, bitch. You talking about me. You talking about my family. You talking about my life. You don't even know me like that, ho. You like
let my husband gas
2 days ago.
Yep. And then when she first said, "Don't you ever," and what did Marlo do? Oh, girl, please. Marlo, just stay over there and be quiet. We know you didn't bring your face slasher today. Just hush. Oh, my nerves.
Because I'm not gonna lie, Drew is so theatrical when she's being serious. It's hard to take.
They just disrespect her to me. They just so disrespect her.
I'm glad y'all saying it because I've been saying it. It is something about Drew that they do not want to get out.
I'm not gonna lie though, y'all. Y'all know I can't stand Marlo, but I ain't gonna lie. When she's making her little side comments and stuff, that be killing me. I'm sorry.
Did you hear the comment where she was like, yeah, she ain't pay her no money. You know, Candy only paid her $10,000.
Yes, and Candy said we paid her more than $10,000. No, y'all. And Drew was like, are we good? I'm just trying to make sure, are we good? And Marlo was like, this bitch is delusional.
And Andy was like, no.
I know all this damn bitch.
I wonder if something happened before that, like maybe they were arguing backwards and forward. It had to be something. Because for her to turn around and that quick and say, "Oh, we good," I laughed.
I laughed.
He just was just getting hit left and right.
On this couch with us,
it didn't even make sense. I bet.
Yes, that took me out 2 months.
You need to come sit on this couch with us because you was done. Okay,
right?
Done with you.
When Marlo is not trying to be that vile person she is, like I said, her little side commentary be funny. I'm sorry, it
was funny.
It was hilarious because the Drew girl, please, like that'd be killing me. I swear, Marlo has her moments. She has her moments.
I mean, not really, but yeah, she had a couple of them. Sheree you surprised that she's not always as quick wit, because in confessional, she's hilarious.
Yes.
She really has been really funny in confessional.
Well, you know they brought that
never
up.
liked Sheree,
They
but
said
she
in
is.
person, Sheree doesn't come at you, but I feel like somebody's telling her what to say by confessional time.
Yeah.
That's why Candy was like, "Who's writing?"
Some of that has to be spontaneous, because the comment that when she said, "Bitch, you always you ain't never got no man with you," that wasn't even her scene. That was somebody else's scene.
But that's what everybody says, though. Everybody says that.
So what I'm saying is, they show them that and they comment on it. Because sometimes, like, for example, two people could be filming something and you're commenting on it as if you would hear about it or something.
But that wasn't Sheree scene, Joy. That was with Martell and Sheree. And Kenya was like, I didn't like the fact that, you know, he said
she was like,
yeah, no,
I ain't had no man with me. She did. But no, she wasn't in the scene. The scene was Martell and Kenya. She pulled him to the side. Sheree wasn't there. She was
that is
there.
true. Yeah.
She wasn't part of the conversation. I think my point is, she didn't necessarily know exactly what they said.
Oh, you don't think Martell told her?
So some of that has to be spontaneous.
Yeah, but you know the producers do be telling them during the confessionals what be going on.
Yeah, and they makeup artists is with them, their hair artists. So I'm sure there are other people that they watching this stuff with, because while they doing their hair and makeup, I'm sure they're watching this so they can ask them about it.
Because you know,
let me get back to Drew real quick before I forget this comment. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So Drew said they joked about her making near $10,000, maybe just a little bit more. And when she said that, I thought, wow, that seems really low. But then I thought, well, heck, Monique only got paid $50,000 to do Precious. So is that only $50,000? So is that's
that was the whole blackballing thing, was because she didn't.
Yes, because she didn't promote it
enough. Do her own promoting. She had to use her own money to even promote the show.
Right. And so she didn't want to, because it was out of travel.
And I think I think they wanted her to go to like a date or something like that.
They wanted her to go out of the country.
No. They wanted her to go out of the country. Her contract required her to do shows in America. Then they had the opportunity to take it overseas. Well, she was down to do it, but she would have had to pay for it herself. She wasn't.
So she said
that's where the blackballing came from. And it's crazy because of the success that would come from it. But it ended up blackballing.
I wonder.
So would you not get any money from Peacock? Or no? Like from it being
I don't know what the back end of the contract might have been. But I wonder if Black actors and actresses are often lowballed like that, and how it compares to other other ethnicities. I wonder. I don't know. I just thought that was
absolutely. If you watch any of those actor interviews, especially Viola Davis, she tells it all the way real. She always talks about how people compare her to Meryl Streep, but she I don't have Meryl Streep money, honey. She always
even like the cast of Friends, you know, they got paid more than Living Single.
They did.
And they went in there
$1 million episode for things.
Right. Yeah. So they went in there together to get that. Now, can you imagine? I know, Joy, you've mentioned before how Candy went to talk to the producers or whatever without Nene and the rest of the crew. Can you imagine if all of Atlanta would have gotten together at any season to try and get an increase at the same time?
They did. They did
do that?
Nene said when they first got their first set of money, they did it together.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Because she said they made like 5,000 or something.
Yeah. It was like season like
3,
4 before they got a real paycheck.
Yeah.
And then they did it. Then they did it again when Kenya came on there. They went on strike.
Did it work? I mean, did it work?
Yeah, they went on strike. Remember, because that's why Kenya and Portia had their scenes without them, was because because Kim was getting special treatment, so they all went on strike, and Portia replaced Kim because Kim quit.
Oh, so, okay. I just thought that was interesting, but okay.
But I definitely think Sheree has. I do think Sheree has a person Definitely. She's not a Kenya that can authentically read. She
No.
stuttered too much. She's
She didn't
clumsy over
stutter
her
much.
words.
Yeah.
So
She didn't stutter much.
I'm sure she had somebody that just like
Oh.
Garcelle. Adrienne Bailon was telling
She a
Garcelle what to say.
Capricorns are snarky though. They
Yeah,
can be.
we
We
are.
want to keep that kind of stuff to
But
But
ourselves.
Sheree-
Sheree has never been a good
First of
read,
all-
though. Even going back to old Atlanta, Sheree was
No.
never really just like a good read.
Right. I
Sheree
think that's why it stuck out to
Capricorn.
Candy too.
Capricorns are about our money, and Sheree don't pay her bill.
Who been writing your reads?
Yes, honey. Somebody was writing them. Somebody wrote that magazine because you know Sheree did not know how to put no magazine together.
Because I swear, out of all the years and the seasons that Sheree have been on Atlanta, I can only remember one iconic read of hers. One.
Fix your face.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Fix your face or fix your teeth or something. She
was like, oh, fix that face. She was like,
Yeah,
don't
she
make
said
that
she
face,
was
girl.
Fix your body.
She said, ooh, don't make that face.
Yeah.
Nene had stuck her lips out or something. She said, ooh, don't make that face.
And then Who Gonna Check Me Boo is another one.
Oh, yeah, that is. That is another one.
And
That
that's
is
it.
another one. But that's it. Those are the
That's
only
it.
two. Those are it.
So, Joy, do you still think
the person who got the most is Nene, and considering that she don't have nearly the time that so many of them on the show got now, like people are still laughing at stuff she said from season 4 and 5.
Yeah, Nene got the most, and I'll say Kenya is a second.
Yeah,
I don't never hear people doing Kenya's reads. I've not one or even on places like TikTok. Now I haven't seen them. If they have, they've been like up against Nene, like, hi Nene, hi B, you look good, you don't. I've seen that done, but I've never seen.
I'm not a TikTok person. I'm more of an Instagram.
I love
TikTok. Like,
and that's what's relevant. Look, and that's what's relevant.
I see out of the Atlanta Housewives, I see Nene, Kenya. They even quote Candy sometime. Portia is another one that they do.
Yeah,
out of the Atlanta Housewives. Yes.
See, I'm not on TikTok that much.
Maybe and I've seen them do like scenes, iconic scenes. I see, and this one is real popular. The scene where Phaedra is pregnant, and they said, "Girl, how many months are you?" She's like, "I don't know."
Oh, who was that? No, that's Sheree. No, this is Sheree. Bitch don't know when she pregnant. Even girls in the hood. Was that Sheree?
Yes, that was Sheree.
Nene said, "I know some women that don't not know who they baby daddy is. They know how far along they are."
Literally, oh my God.
Yeah.
And another one that I do see is the one when Nene be like, "Cheers to the girls' weekend." Cheers, bitch. You better watch those B words, baby. You better watch those.
Yeah.
When you end up over there in the ocean. Cheers.
I've even done some Nene ones. I did the one where Kenya thought her boyfriend when Nene's whole rant, and Kenya said, "You've met my boyfriend." She said, "Nah, look, this man kept saying, Kenya more, and I ain't understand her because her accent was so thick." You remember Nene saying that?
Yes.
I did that one on TikTok. They're real popular. Her stuff is like, it's iconic. And I'll tell you another one that's real iconic from Beverly Hills, which tickles my entire soul. Still is the
cat one.
Yes.
With Taylor. Yeah.
Oh, Taylor me. No. Yeah. Oh, what?
No. When they were sitting around talking about the name of this charity, homeless.
Not toothless.
That is like, that one's hilarious on TikTok. That
it's
was
so
like,
funny that Taylor's little meme went viral like that, because it's just like they don't even know Taylor was going through some real shit at that time.
I know. I just watched Beverly Hills in the last couple of years. I had never watched the episode until like COVID got stuck and started watching it. When I actually saw that scene of them at that table, it was surrounded around her husband who was like beating her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the guy, what was crazy, when I was watching it, I already knew that the guy had killed himself.
Oh yeah.
So
now we gonna peace out. Thank y'all. We moving on. Come on.
That was watch Peacock. It was so good.